I do kind of like my high horse, but I
Platform
think you're still
shoes.
taller than I am.
I
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
That's not good. I got cheated. So one of the questions you may very well have is, well, what's the best kind of RV to go boondocking in? And for a lot of people, they would answer a slide-in camper or a fifth wheel or a Class C, a very small Class C. And Jim, you chose an Amerilite uh, travel trailer.
Right.
Can you tell us what your thinking was and what your recommendation is for a vehicle to boondock in?
Well, in my case, I didn't have a pickup to put a camper in. I had a truck an SUV that would pull a heavy trailer, and basically that was my first thought is I didn't have to buy another motor. When I unhitch, I automatically have what other people would call toads. You might have a completely built-in camper or Class C or Class A, but then if you don't want to drive it to town, you have to pull something else to drive. I don't have to do that. I drive the same thing whether I'm hitched to the trailer or not. The reason I picked this trailer is it's got such an enormous amount of storage. It has bunk. It has two bunks that, of course, are useless to me for children, but I can store an enormous amount of things in there. The trailer's big enough to have solar on its roof. It's big enough to have larger capacity tanks. Truck campers are very convenient. Some of them can go places I can't, and they have tiny tanks.
Right, big deal.
And believe me, what you would pay for the truck that it takes to haul the camper, I paid less for my SUV and my trailer. I chose the Amerilite brand because of cost and how light it is and how much cargo capacity it has. It can carry 3,000 pounds above its weight. And I also was able to raise it up off the ground higher and make it so that I could take it down four-wheel drive roads. I literally can take it over basketball-sized rocks, and it's okay. And the choice of an RV, they say buy your second RV first, and I'd been doing it for so long. I knew what I was going to be looking for. I knew what was going to work for me. I see a lot of motorhomes and stuff out here, and everything has its plus and minuses. You drive a motorhome out here, motorhomes don't generally go where I can go. The vehicles that can go where I go don't have the capacities, the tank capacities and the storage capacities. They're more for short-term camping than they are for full-timing.
Right. So yeah, I think all those things are really important. You talk about your Class C's and A's, and then you're going to need a runaround vehicle. So you're towing something, then you have two engines to maintain, two insurances to pay for. Now you only have the one. You're only maintaining one engine,
Yep.
vehicle, and paying for one insurance.
I have insurance on the trailer.
Well, you do, but it's not nearly as expensive as a motor vehicle.
No. What I pay on that a month, I pay on this a year.
Right.
I have a true queen-size pillow top bed, a couch, table. It's not a full-size bathroom, but for a person of my size, it's more than usable. I went for comfort and storage more than being conservative, and then I adapted it to be able to be out here.
Right, and I think those are all, only you can decide what's most important for you. But I think those are all factors to consider.
Yep.
Everything's a trade-off. You get more comfort versus like a sliding camper has much less comfort, much less space, and yet it can go a few more places.
They sometimes. I haven't found too many places that I can't go that they can. Usually it's extremely sharp turns.
Right.
But if you're in a National Forest Service area and you're on their map, most of the roads, they get rough. but most of the roads I can go down. I mean, I've only been down a few ATV trails, and I've been in a truck camper when the wind hits. You're swaying back and forth.
You really are.
Even when he had his jacks down, he was swaying. It takes a 37-mile-an-hour wind to move my trailer. It's a very stable platform. Some of the truck campers won't follow me. And the truck campers are really tall. They can't fit under the same amount of canopy.
That's a big deal.
Oh yeah, it's a huge deal.
I went in, of course I'm in a van and I can go places neither of you can go. But I had a friend wanted to come in with his huge, it was a huge 4-slide-in camper. And the wife drove, he rode on top and cut branches off. Because it was so tall, it wouldn't go under the trees.
Yeah, I won't go where I have to modify the environment.
Right, and he had to cut some saplings, 3-4 inch saplings, because he couldn't make the corners.
Yeah.
You know, I would just drive through here like butter, and knife through butter, and he had to do all this, and they are much taller.
Oh yeah.
That's a huge deal in the forest.
Well, and Amerilite their brand is shorter than most RVs or trailers. I also had the air conditioner removed because, you know, generally we follow the weather. I like it a little warmer, but and I have an air conditioner that I run off the solar, but I didn't need that big, heavy rooftop air conditioner that stuck up a foot. So I had it removed, and it gave me room for more solar panels. So when you're picking an RV, think about it. Where do you want to go? What do you want to take with you? How long do you want to be there? There's an RV to fit everybody, but if you don't pay attention and if you don't think about it beforehand, you're going to be selling it and buying another one, and it starts getting very expensive. I've had mine, it's 8th season. I just can't, I've thought about replacing it over the years, and I look and well, that won't go where I want. That won't hold what I want. That's not comfortable enough. And if this one were to burn down tomorrow, I'd be going to look for another one just like it.
That's all the recommendation you could possibly need.
Right.
Right. So folks, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, like us on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.